Have you ever wondered how a small town suddenly starts to feel like it's booming overnight? Well, today, we're diving into exactly that. We're going to look at Royse City, Texas, by digging into the city's actual planning documents, the real blueprints for its future, laying out everything from new restaurants to brand new neighborhoods.
So, what does a city's growth spurt really look like on paper? I mean, it's more than just population numbers. It's a story told through things like zoning requests, contracts for new roads, and approvals for entire developments. And today, we're going to read that story together.
So this is Royse City. Its motto is a friendly touch of Texas. But let me tell you, underneath that friendly exterior, there's a city going through a massive transformation. And the craziest part? It's all right there in the public record for anyone who wants to look. Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the commercial boom, the new shops and restaurants. Then we'll look at the neighborhoods being built for all the new people. After that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of infrastructure, and we'll wrap up with a huge project that could honestly change everything for this town. All right, first up, new flavors and new jobs. This is what most of us see first when a city starts growing, right? New restaurants and stores start popping up all over the place, and Royse City has some really big names on the way. And yeah, here it is, the one that gets everybody talking. According to the Royse City Community Development Corporation, after what feels like years of waiting, Chick-fil-A is officially, finally, under construction. For a lot of people, this isn't just about a chicken sandwich, it's a sign that the city has really made it onto the map. And the impact here goes way beyond just lunch options. This one restaurant is expected to create between 80 and 120 new jobs. That's a pretty big economic boost for the community from just a single business.
And they're not stopping there. This little item, pulled straight from a city council agenda, shows the city is taking the official steps to bring in a pizza ranch. It's just another piece of the puzzle, right? You can see a clear strategy to build out all the retail and dining right along that I-30 corridor.
So all those new jobs bring in new people. And all those new people, well, they need a place to live. And that brings us to the next massive piece of Royse City's growth, a huge expansion in new housing. Okay. The scale of what's happening here is just staggering. We pulled this from recent city planning agendas, and you can see multiple huge projects all moving ahead at the same time. Bridge Park Estates just got its final plot approved. That basically means they can start building. Waterscape is extending a new phase. And then you've got this enormous Bear Pen development getting approvals for multiple phases, which means it's a long-term project. And just to put that into perspective for you, the Bear Pen development alone is over 330 acres, and that's just in its first few phases. We're not talking about a new cul-de-sac here. This is a project that is going to totally reshape the city's landscape. So you've got new restaurants and hundreds of new homes coming in. What's next? Well, you have to make sure the city can actually handle all of it. And that leads us to the really crucial foundational work, upgrading the city's infrastructure. Building something like a new bridge doesn't just happen overnight. This slide kind of breaks down the basic steps. And right now, based on a recent agenda, the city is right there at step 1, approving the design phase for a new Elm Grove Road bridge. This is what long-term planning looks like in action. And it's not just one bridge either. The city is really tackling this growth from every angle. They're hiring firms for citywide traffic studies, getting new designs for downtown streets, fixing up sewer lines. They're even working with neighboring Collin County on road improvements. They are literally paving the way for what's coming next. Okay, so we've seen new businesses, new houses, and new roads, but there's one more item kind of tucked away in an agenda that points to maybe the most ambitious, most forward-looking piece of this whole growth puzzle. So, to get it, we need to know what a specific use permit is. In a nutshell, it's special permission from the city to use a piece of land for something that's not normally allowed in that area. It's a pretty big deal, and it usually means a very unique project is on the table. And here it is, the key piece of text taken straight from a March Planning and Zoning agenda. The Commission was asked to consider a specific use permit for, and I'm quoting here, a proposed school, college, or university. That specific wording is incredibly important. Let that just sink in for a second. A new university in Royse City? Now, yeah, it's just the permit stage, but the fact that this is even on an official city agenda points to a potential transformation that goes way beyond new restaurants and neighborhoods. This could be an absolute game changer for the city's future. So let's just put it all together. We see new restaurants bringing in jobs. We've seen hundreds of acres of new housing getting the green light. We've seen major infrastructure projects getting started to support all of it. And to top it all off,
the city is officially looking into the possibility of a college or university. This isn't just a little bit of growth, it's a complete evolution of a city, all documented in public records.
And that kind of leaves us with this final question. This blueprint for growth is incredibly ambitious. It's comprehensive. But with all this expansion happening so fast, what's the next big challenge for Royse City? I think figuring out how to manage it all while still keeping that friendly touch of Texas is going to be the story to watch.